Hi there everyone, welcome back to my channel, and my name is Joesephyr if you haven't seen me before, and I'm here to bring you a video on re-rolling for Dissidia Final Fantasy Opera Omnia. Now, I came across Opera Omnia obviously with the release of Dissidia NT, which is something I've been trying to do more videos on as well, but then I kind of realised I actually really liked the mobile game. But as somebody who has fallen into the traps of spending on mobile games before, and I'll leave a link to a video in which I can describe that in detail to you, I didn't want to fall into the same traps again, and one of the best ways to do that, if you want to stay free to play with one of these games, is to re-roll. So I'm going to show you how to do that. So obviously what you're going to want to do is you're going to load up the game first of all. So, when you get to the load up screen, then you'll see that it asks you whether you want to do a new game or if you want to transfer data, which means that you can, log on through Facebook from any kind of device that you have. And you're going to want to go through this very lengthy cutscene on the first try, which takes about 4 minutes to get through until you actually get to the main game. So once you've gotten into the main game, you just kind of want to follow the process until you hit the tutorial levels and you get through various different missions. So you end up playing as Warrior of Light, Rem and Vivi, and basically what you want to do is you want to play up until the point where you fight the Iron Giant, which I'm going to show you on the right here. Now once you've beaten the Iron Giant, you get an opportunity to do one draw from a tutorial pool, which is basically a 5-star weapon for either Warrior of Light, Rem or Vivi. So you want to do that, and ideally you're looking to get Warrior of Light's weapon out of these three because he's the one that kind of has the most longevity, and as you can see within this pool I actually do get the Warrior of Light's enhancers. But if you don't get Warrior of Light's enhancer, I wouldn't just quit and re-roll just yet, because you still get a pool, another try to get that and some other stuff while you're at it in just a second. But basically, for the month of February, Dissidia Opera Omnia is giving out 5,000 gems, which is the premium currency, to every player. So what you want to do is you want to back out of the quest area, go back to the title screen, and skip through a bunch of pop-ups and stuff that's advertising all the various things you can do in the game right now until you get to the point where there isn't any. And then you go into the gift screen, and then you accept the 5,000 gems that you get from that, and then you go into the draw section of the game, where you can basically pick your banners, pull whatever you're trying to get, and instead of characters in this like Brave Exvius, it's more like Record Keeper, where you get equipment for characters that you earn throughout the game. And then you can make your pull here, and I do mine here, and it's terrible. It's absolutely abysmal. So from this point onwards you have two options. You can either carry on with the game, because when you finish the first chapter you get given another 10,000 gems, which is enough to do another 2 pulls. And because of the way the game is right now, you can actually earn a third one just by playing a little bit more, and you just keep going. So you end up being able to do a total of 4 full pulls, and obviously the tutorial one as well. However, I chose not to do that, and I would go back and and I'll show you now how you do that. You go into your Android apps screen, and then you find Opera Omnia on there, and then you go into that and into the storage part of that app, and then you clear the data from it. Once you've cleared the data, that basically means that all the downloads, all of everything is gone, and then you go back into the game again and you just start again, and you allows you to refresh until you keep going. Now there are little ways to make this process quicker, which I'll get to in a second, but the main reason that you're doing this is that, as I said, if you're trying to go free to play, then getting yourself off to a really, really good start is great. I chose to only do the one pull and the tutorial pull because it means that any of the gems that I get from just playing the game and the 10,000 that you get for finishing the tutorial, you can then carry on until something comes out later that you guys are going to want. And that's important to know, because obviously with a game like this there's always something new, something more powerful coming out. Power creep will always be a thing in this game, and that's the trap that obviously gets you spending money. So that means that if you keep your 10,000 gems, that's 2 full pulls that you can do later instead of having to do them on the basic kind of story characters right now. So, as I was saying, these are a few ways that you can make this process quicker, and I'm just going to outline them for you now. When you go into restart the game, you can save yourself having to download that big chunk of stuff at the beginning, because it's about 4 minutes long, that cutscene, and most of it is downloading, but you can actually force close your app and then reopen it to skip the cutscene once the download is finished. But you can actually avoid having to download anything altogether by following the following steps. If you're on an Android phone or device like me, then you can locate the folder, which I'll leave just on the right of the screen here, and then you can rename it to anything, it doesn't matter what, as long as you can find it, and then clear the data, and then go back and then rename it what it was, and then therefore you've kind of retained all the download data so that you can then just jump straight back in, open the game, start your new game while the cutscene's going, force close it, reopen it, and that bit's completely skipped. Unfortunately with iOS, however, there's no kind of option to do that because iPhones and iPads don't let you play around with the file names or anything like that as easily. You kind of just have to uninstall the game and then reinstall it, and then you do unfortunately have to sit through all the cutscenes again. But as you can see, like the process, it takes about 10 minutes to get a full reroll and then start all over again. 20 to 25 minutes if you're wanting to do the full pull and then come back in and come out again. So the process is a bit slower than it is in games like XVS or Fire Emblem Heroes, but if you want to get that good start, I would highly recommend anyone who wants to consider starting playing this game to reroll. If you bought Dissidia NT and obviously you have the code to get Cloud's 5-star Buster Sword, and obviously don't use that straight away. Make sure that you've got the account that you're happy with, and I'll outline in another video the kind of things that you're looking for when it comes to the Opera Omnia kind of initial roster, and I'll show you quickly what I've re-rolled for here, which is on my, the account that I've made. And I got Warrior of Light's Enhancer, which is something I was happy with, but I actually didn't get that through the tutorial pull, I got it in an 11 pull. And then I also got Varn's Platinum Sword, and Zidane's Will Crossblade. Varn is a very, very powerful character in Opera Omnia from what I've been reading, so I'll be looking forward to using him, and Zidane is a character that I like. So that was something that I was happy with. I've seen people on Reddit getting like 5 or 6 5-star weapons, because they're the things that you really want, and like just not stopping until they get to something like that. I'm a little bit less fussy than that, but you might want to continue doing until you get something crazy. Once you've finished re-rolling and got on the account that you're happy with, then you want to start thinking about linking it up to your Facebook accounts, because that's going to lock that in place. And Opera Omnia is actually quite nice in that it can unlink your Facebook account, as opposed to other games that stop you from doing that. So if you're not happy with your account, you can unlink it, start again, and then relink that one, and then you kind of just get it fresh. But once you've linked it to your Facebook account, that account is then safe, and you can just keep hold of it. And then then you can upload your codes and just get on with enjoying the game. So that's it for this video. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you guys will be enjoying Dissidia Opera Omnia, and I'll leave my little friend code on the side here for you, just so if you wanted to follow me, or if you wanted to make friends and we can do some of the co-op missions and stuff together, then that would be great. So thank you very much again for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you want more community-based Final Fantasy content, and I'll speak to you guys soon. See you later.